Hello everyone, I am Subham Pandey and in this session we are going to practice questions on array. Okay, in this video I am going to discuss one dimensional array and in the next video I am going to discuss two dimensional array. The theoretical part of array is covered in the previous lecture video. You can watch this, you can watch that first and then come to this video. Okay, so let's start the session without wasting the time. So this is the first way of declaration of an array in which you can declare and initiate the array at the same position or in a same line. Okay. So the first question is that how can I know that the given variable is an array? Okay. So see, whenever with the name of the with the name of the variable two square brackets or you can say square brackets are mentioned, then this is an array. Okay, remember one fault that a student did, they put a gap in between the name and square brackets. It is going to give you an error. Okay, so don't do this fault. Okay, now the second question, what is the size of array? As I discussed in the previous video, but this is one exceptional case where no value is written inside this bracket. Okay, means size of the array is not specified by the user earlier. Okay, now what is the size of this array number if no value is written? So you have to count the number of elements that are provided. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5. So the size of this array now is 5. Okay, see here. After that, the second question, that if here I mention any size. Okay, let us suppose I mention 5 here. Now what if I ask you what is the size of this array? No matter how many elements are there, you have to say that size is 5. Okay, because it is already mentioned by the user that I want an array which can store maximum of 5 elements. Minimum than 5 is okay, but not max more than 5. Okay, it is going to store only 5 elements. So I hope this point is clear to you. Now this is at index 0. You know that what is index? Yeah, say simply you can say index are the position number mentioned by our side. Okay, so this is, and it always start from 0. Okay, so this is at 0th position, this is at first position, this is at second, this is at third, and this is at fourth. And index highest index number is equal to size of array minus 1. Okay, remember this. Now see, this is the way of printing an array or a single or a specific value of array. Okay, this is the syntax of printf statement. Printf and these two brackets. Now I have to print integer value since my array is of integer data type. Okay, if I mentioned here integer now, then only and only integer values are stored in this number array. Okay, you can't store float char. Okay, if you mentioned here int, because I told you array stores only similar data types and they are continuously allocated in the memory. Okay, now see here, since I have to print an integer value, that's why I written here percentile d. Now number. Okay, and with the square brackets I mentioned the index position. Okay, or you can say index number or position, uh, position where the number is present which I want to print. Okay, now I written here 4. Okay, so count from here 0 1 2 3 4. So 45 is going to be printed in the output. So you will see the output. Let us, yeah, this is the 45. Okay, it is visible to you, I hope. Now see here, if I want to print the number 34. Okay, now what I have to do, I have to write here in the similar manner and count the position of 34. So it is at 0, this is at first, and this is at second. So if I mention here in a square bracket second position, then it is going to give me 34 as a answer. Sorry, I debug it. Okay, I have to run it. Stop it first. Okay, now see, if I am going to run it now, you will say here that 34 is given as a output. Okay, now how compiler is reading this code actually? When compiler came here, he saw there is an integer data type. Okay, then he is read the number. He understand that is a variable of name number of integer data type. But as he see uh, square brackets, okay, he understand that this number is not a variable, it is an array. Now here 5 is mentioned as a size. Okay, so he knows now that there is a array of name number size 5 and the elements are these. Okay, now he come to the next line and printf means he understands that I have to print something. Now what I have to print? I am seeing percentile d, he understand that I have to print an integer value which is provided by user in future. Okay, so now he come here and find number. Okay, as he see the number word number, okay, word, he understand that okay, in array, now in the square bracket he saw 2 at position 2, whatever be the value present, I have to print that. Okay, if I mention here 0. Okay, so how compiler is reading this code? Compiler came here and see, okay, in number array, okay, in number array at 0th position, whatever be the value is present, I have to print it. Okay, so if you run this code, it is going to print 1 for you. Okay, so see here. Now if you want to print these whole values by just writing 2 lines of code, so how you are going to do this? Let's comment out this and comment in. Now see here, I am writing for I is equals to 0, I is greater than, sorry, it's I less than 4, it's I less than 5 and I plus plus. Okay, so for I is equals to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. But as you see, I not initiated I before. Okay, I not declared the I, means I don't tell the compiler earlier that what is the data type of the I. Okay, so I have to tell the compiler because he is not so intelligent that he sense by himself. Okay, so int I. Okay, now see here, so now my compiler knows that there is a integer value I. Okay, integer value I, and in for loop I initiated I as a 0. After that I mentioned the condition I is less than 5. Why I have taken I less than 5, not less than equal to? Because my highest index number, if the size of my array is 5, okay, then what is my highest index number? That is 4. Okay, and 4 is less than 5. My condition is satisfied, my last condition is satisfied. There is a no fifth index in an array of size 5. That's why I have not written here equal to sign. Okay, and then I am incrementing the value of I each time. Okay, so see here how this is going to be work. When I is equals to 0, condition become true because 0 is less than 5. So compiler enter inside the loop and read this statement and understand that, yeah, in number, and this I is replaced by 0. Okay, so in number at 0th position, whatever be the value is there, I have to print it. So 1 is printed as a output. I am writing here in comments. Okay, 1. Okay, now see here, when for second time the value of I becomes 1 and this condition is true again it is enter inside the loop and see this I is replaced by 1 now. Now see here, number in, he is going to read that in number array at position 1 I have to print the value whatever be present. So this is 0th position, this is 1 position, so it is going to print 21 for you. Okay, similarly till 4th, till the value of I become 4. Okay, So when the value of I become 4, okay, so index number 4 is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 45 is present. Okay, so in from number array at fourth position, whatever be the value is present, I have to print it. So compiler is going to print 45. When value of I become 5, this condition is false and compiler come out of the loop and your whole array is covered by this loop. If you run the code, you will get output as 1, 21, 34 and 5, 34 and 45 as you see here. Okay, now move to the some advanced level. This is the basic level of the array. Okay, now I am going to teach you advanced level of one dimensional array, which is known as a vector also. What is the problem now? Now you have to take values from the users, okay, and you have to print the array, whole array. Okay, so let's see here. I declared an array of name number and size 7. Okay, see here, what is the data type of this integer? That is int. That's why I can store only and only integer value inside this array. Okay, if I am going to store any character value, any other value, then it is going to give me error. Now I declared an variable I of integer data type. Why? Because I have to use this I in for loop, as you can see here. Okay, see, I mentioned inside for loop, for I is equals to 0, I less than equal to 6. Now see here, you can mention the condition as less than equal to last index, or you can mention at less than equal to the size of array. Okay, sorry, less than size of array. I is less than size of array, both are correct. Okay, now you are going to cover the ask the user that enter the value at percentile d index value. Now this percentile d is replaced by I, whatever be the value of I, it is replaced by percentile d. Okay, like 0, so it is written enter the 0th index value. Okay, after that you are going to scan the value here. Remember one thing, if you provide a gap in between here, okay, then you have to wait for the next statement to be printed here, okay, in the console screen. That's why uh, I suggest you no gap should be there. Okay, so right here number I. Now see, at last I am printing my result and using for loop. As you have seen previously, the same concept is applied here. Value of I incremented, it is condition is true and you are asked for a value. Okay, and it is stored at the number, and whatever be the value of I in the number array at 0th position, in the number array at first position, in the number array at 6th position, in similar way. Okay, so let's run this code and see the output. So I'm going to run the code. Okay, so see here, enter the index, enter the 0 index value. So I am entering 89. Okay, now first index 56, second 36. I'm entering random value, anything. Okay, so 5. So your array result is get printed, as you can see. Why this he ask for output in the next line? Because here in scanf, sorry, here in printf statement I mentioned a new line. Okay, so hope that you have enjoyed this session. Please like and subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you.